Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Nascar Heat 2, continuing in and on our career playthrough. Last time we had apparently done well enough in our race to have attracted an offer from an Xfinity Series team. I'm going to start this off with saying, boo, Xfinity, you stink. We all hate you. But we have what looks to be a pretty crappy team for the Xfinity Series. They want a top 22 finish, and it's going to be at Pheonix, which is a pretty cool racetrack. So I'm looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that. Let's see here. Oh, the other thing is, for the sake of YouTube viewership, I have put 2 lines of the Twitch chat at the bottom left hand of the screen, because I like to do some Q&A and stuff like that, and just generally talk about NASCAR or racing in general during these streams, and I want to make sure you guys are included in on those conversations. And I guess we're ready to try and get a top 22 finish in Pheonix in a car that's very plain looking. There is plenty of topics to talk about today. It's a little bit late because we record on Friday for this series, and the Daytona 500 was last weekend. The Daytona 500 was a very action-packed race. I'll say that much. I don't think it was a very good race. The big topic of discussion was the aero package, and this is something that NASCAR basically has to do. They have to adjust aero packages year to year. They have to keep changing things, much in the same way that Formula One changes their formula. NASCAR will change packages in order to keep teams from significantly taking advantage of the rules and start going too fast and doing things that are unsafe, basically. When the cars get to a certain speed, they become dangerous to have out there on track. Well, I'll tell you one thing with the Nationwide car. I always want to say Nationwide. It's just because I hate Xfinity, I'm sorry. With the Grand National car, the mirror is much better. But yeah, this year for the 500, not only do they change aero packages for the whole season, but they also have to mess with the super speedway packages a lot. Make sure they're slow enough, and make sure they try to split up the pack racing as much as they can. There's been a lot of very serious accidents at Daytona, Talladega, where cars get airborne and into the fence and stuff like that. So they have a very daunting task there to try and prevent things like that from happening, and keep the racing interesting. You can't. Phoenix is an interesting track. You can't have the cars just single file the whole time, because if they're going to do what is basically a spec car for these races, fans are going to be really upset if there's no action on track, there's no passing, and the drivers aren't going to be interested at all. You may want to bring your voice up a bit. Will do. I'm going to do another lap, and then I will raise my volume a bit. Like I said, I have the mic a little far from me today. Just trying to get rid of some of the wheel noise. Go to pit road here, see what it's like. Gotta get used to the steering. Oh, that's a weird pit road, isn't it? Alright, Pheonix was never one of my better tracks, honestly, in sim racing. To pit. Nope, it's escape. Right. There was wheel noise. There wasn't for you, but it was for me. I hear it, because I use an open loop mic, so I hear a lot of the noise coming back to my ears. Okay, let me gain it up a bit. And that should be louder now. And I'll move it a little bit closer. There we go. That should be louder. let me know. I guess we shouldn't expect an offer from this team then. I hope not. I hope not. Because it stinks. I don't think I am on the right screen. There we go. I would like to practice more, please. Thank you. We're going to need a little practice for driving a car for the first time in the game, not a truck, as well as... Nicky Lauda, not that kind of Lauda. As well as being Pheonix on a remodeled Pheonix. I haven't done a lot of races since they reconfigured the track. So let's follow Light. Is that Steven Light? It seems like a driver who made the climb up the ladder years ago and never really made it far. I think maybe it was in the Roush ladder, or it could be a completely different person. I don't know. There we go. Now we're getting a better feel for where the braking points are. Yeah, where's Jim's? We need our NASCAR knowledge. I'm on my own today. Levi. Well, they're much easier to see out of. Gotta roll through the turns. Yeah, that's the nature of stock cars on flat, short tracks. And this isn't a super short track, but it drives, I think, pretty similar to one. Not like a barrel roll. That's what we don't want. And that's what they don't want at Daytona. So to get back to that topic, the cars this year were very sensitive to aero pushes, meaning other cars on track could move your car around significantly to the point where, here, let's catch this guy. Let me try to catch this guy. Alright, I should be able to give an example here. To the point of where just doing this, just getting your nose right up there to that left rear corner of the car would have been enough to push a car around. Not hitting them, but you would actually spin them out just by being there. And it made for a race where we lost a lot of drivers' cars. I keep saying that, it sounds much worse than it is, but we lost competitors in the race because of getting tied up in wrecks from that. And it was a bit of a bummer. And then, of course, the finish was abysmal too. As basically the leader of the race got bump and run for the win while going down the straightaway, and it was a driver that not a lot of people like, including me, that did it. So it wasn't great. It was not a great experience, I don't think. I think we're good there. Basically, the cars were sensitive to being looked at. Yes, that was basically it. Alright, I am going to go to the next session. And let's do that. Go to the garage. We're going to remember to look at our setup this time. I'm going to put a lot of right rear spring in it. Try and get this thing to rotate some. I do not use a triple monitor setup. I use a single monitor setup. Because of having chat and having, you know, OBS and everything running, I would need so many monitors, and I don't think it makes a very good viewer experience because you get such a narrow window of view when you're using triples. So that's just kind of a personal choice. Why was that already at 50? Was the other setup already at 50 as well? Interesting. Or was that just the default qualifying setup? Could be. And save and qualify. Go. Yeah, it would have been an amazing story for the 43 to have won that race. It also would have been great for Amarola to have won that race. It would have been great for Danica to have not been crashed out by something that wasn't even her fault. It would have been great for a lot of different drivers to have had a breakthrough Daytona 500 if the race was going to be that dumb. Because of the aero package, the race was real goofy. So when you have real goofy races like that, oh, it did not turn into turn one. That's a bummer. Gross. But if you don't have a very good, clean race, you at least want someone, you know, an oddball to win, like the year that Trevor Bayne won. You know, that's entertaining, it's fun. Oh, DiBurrito, that would have been really interesting. 28th. Okay. We beat Joey Logano. Suck it, Logano. I just totally missed turn one there. Alright, we need to switch setups back. And we'll get ready for a race. Needs one of those 32:9 monitors. That would be interesting. But you still have the same problem. Like, you guys would only be seeing still the middle part of the screen. So you would be, your field of view would be like this of the car. You would only see basically the steering wheel forward. And I really don't love watching video that's like that. I don't like watching VR video for the same reason. And I don't really like watching people that they record their triple monitors either. Why is Casey Kane in this race? Alright, we're gonna drink and let's go racing. Why is he in a Dale Jr. ride? Well, maybe that's something that could happen this season, considering... Oh, well, that would make sense for last season, I guess, because he was driving for Hendrick still, and Junior Motorsports is a Hendrick team, basically. Yeah. It's about... Oh, hi. Short track racing, you get to do that kind of stuff, right? It might be better for me, but I am so used to racing single monitor that I don't think it would be... It wouldn't be enough of a benefit for me to take away the viewership experience for you. There's not a lot of place to go right here. We are... I guess they brake check right in the middle of the turn, huh? Where's Slip? Rubbin's racing! Yeah, there's nowhere for me to go. Really need to get to the inside if possible. Preparing for him to tap the brakes. Yeah, they get real slow right in the center, don't they? I feel like we're faster than these cars. We just don't have anywhere to go. I don't know why Logano's still back here. I guess he can't go anywhere either. Oh, we took it down to the bottom. I want to try and use that apron because that's something that they do at Pheonix. Even in this turn, they'll sometimes dip 2 tires down or more down into the apron. You can look left and right, but it's just very minimal, and that's accurate. You cannot really look left and right in a car anymore, but you can move your eyes left and right, and that's probably about all you would get, really. They don't have the mirrors on the A-pillars like they should, though. Even though you can clearly see in Yeley's car there, there's a mirror. Alright, we gotta make something happen here. He made things happen. Hey, it's Smithley. He got a lot of time on the TV during the Xfinity Daytona race. Excuse me, pardon me. Yeah, there we go. Hey, it's Wallace Jr. We were just talking about you. You had a very, very good showing there at Daytona. Hopefully they can continue that throughout the season, but you know it's going to be harder for them as they go back to the normal races. Sorry. Keep it right there, as Spotter says. Very tight off the turn there. We did at least make a little forward progress. Alright. Oh, no. Even in the dog leg, it wanted to shoot wide on me. That's where we have our advantage at this track, but then I gotta try not to push off. That was good. 24th. Turn one again, though. It was a very aggressive diamonding of the turn. There we go. Now we're using the apron like we should. It seems like the AI will not go down there and use that, which is a little bit of a shame, but we'll just try not to take advantage of it too much. Get cut, dogleg. Still 4 laps to go, and we're catching the next pack here. So these cars, somewhat similar to the trucks. Obviously a lot less drag, but they do have quite a bit of downforce. They're set up to be a lot more comfortable to drive than the Cup cars for sure. I heard that NASCAR, or the track actually, was doing things to try and change that turn this year. I know they're putting a pedestrian tunnel there or something of that nature, and there may be a change to the inside of this dogleg on the backstretch that will make it less likely for drivers to cut it, but I don't know for sure about that. All the people we've been talking about are right near us at the back of the pack. There's Almirola. Jim says, don't think it will be cuttable this year. That was my understanding, but I didn't know for sure. We're making our way forward in a decent manner. One more lap to go in the stage. We got ourselves quite a glob here. They really slow down in the middle of that turn. I'm gonna have no nose left in this car. All right, we're up to 22nd. That's where we're supposed to be. Oh, sorry. I'm literally putting my hand right in front of the microphone when I do this. All right, everybody's pitting. We will definitely pit, and I think we take 4 because it was feeling pretty bad. We'll see. Nobody else took 4. Fantastic news. But maybe we can take 2 at the next break. I'm fine with that. I have a really hard time figuring out what these AI are going to do strategy-wise, strategery-wise, apparently. Or I just really like trying to do 3 wide passes on the restarts. I mean, who doesn't? Oh, we drove it. Hoi, hoi. And it does not like to turn into turn one. This is the first track that I'm really experiencing the issue where the in-game representation of the wheel only goes 90 degrees, but the actual steering in the car goes much further than that, so I'm actually having to turn far beyond what I'm visually doing in order to get the car to rotate right. That would be very funny if he had the iRacing scheme on his car. Let's do this 3 wide thing again, because they don't really push too wide here. That was a bit rude. Who was it? Was it Smithley? Watch me be his rival now. It's Nascar, we can do things like that, right? You know, for them not taking tires, they're still pretty sporty. Let's try to get the inside here. Make up some time. Yeah, I could actually cut that inside way more than I am. There we go. Now we're doing it. There's a long ways to go to get back to where we were, though. Yeah, I'm guessing they did 2 tires. So they're not going to be a lot slower than us. At the end of the run, we should start to see some advantage. That was a bold line there. Logano. Hi. Booyah. Oh, it did not really like going down to the apron there. Interesting that that 14 on Yaley's car looks a lot like Tony Stewart's 14, like font style, overall style, on a team that has nothing to do with Stewart Haas. Alright, we don't want to rough up Logano here, because he might, like, say something mean to us on Twitter. We should probably be following him. His car should be a lot faster than his position is showing. He might throw a water bottle at you, yeah. I drove it in deep, and it stuck. Thank you, 4 new tires. This is a little bit weird, the way the AI have a tendency to go all the way down to the bottom on the straightaways. That's not actually something you see very often. At least people with bashed in rear bumpers. Weird. Wonder how that happens. Are we gonna go 3 wide here? Not quite. Well, this car doesn't have a lot of motor in it. They kind of pull me on the straightaways. Easy. I don't know how I feel about taking 2 next up. The tires really do go off pretty significantly. If they all take 4 and then we're up front with 2, that's gonna be ugly. Trevere the Troll. Jem would take 2. Yeah, doing the opposite of what they do would be wise, I guess. And not like Josh Wise. Alright, we almost got back to where we were. 23rd. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Nobody's pitting! Because we have fuel. That is good news for us, because we're going to have the freshest tires of this field. We're going to start in 23rd and be able to move our way forward for the rest of the 21 laps. I think this is good. I think a good thing has happened here. I wasn't ready. Give me more time. Fourth gear there, but there's nowhere for me to go right now. I got one of my inside here. We're gonna go 3 wide. Lean into it. Slotted it down in front of. I have a feeling we're gonna have some rivalries developing after this. Now maybe not, since we're not an official driver in this series. We'll see. We're only hot seating. They don't know who I am. I'm a nobody here. Okay. I feel bad. No caution? Oh, there it is. He's a very large man that I have just spun out. I may fear for my life after this race. Whoops. No, no, cancel, do not pit. Do not pit. I said do not pit. Oh. Murder. Look, it's my first race in the series. I got the jitters, you know, I'm a little nervous. You gotta, they'll understand. They'll understand, I'm sure. Nobody is more understanding than race car drivers. Keep in mind, they're gonna slow down a lot for turn 3. We are on the side of food. So, like, you're not on food, you're just on the side of it. That is kind of where mayonnaise belongs, yes. Everything was fine until it isn't. I don't know if we want to be here. It's fine. Gosh, once again, really struggling to get it to turn into one. Hi. He's driving this bad with 4 new. I'm glad I did that. Who knows how bad it would be. Only 10 to go here. There's a lot of bumps into turn 1 for a track that's freshly repaved like this one. Three wide or no? I whipped out. We're getting it back in there, though. Oh, hi. We are still 3 wide. With new people. See, I thought the inside is where I wanted to be, but then the inside really got bottled up here. I felt like I was able to make more moves to the inside earlier. Let's try and use a little bit more aggressive line here. There we go. I think that was aggressive enough. Hey. Tuning in from the Netherlands to watch some NASCAR. Hi. Yellow's out. For what? Typical NASCAR. Okay. 7 laps remaining of the race. Apparently we have 20 laps of fuel. We'll definitely not pit. Somebody had a death. Debris caution. Trying to make it a better show, I'm sure. I'd rather not, because I'm not as good on the restarts. What is this gearing? 3rd and 4th are just way too far apart. Oh, I really wanted to hold the bottom. And it didn't happen. Just really love being 3 wide. See how much I love it? Oh, we just got moved. We just got moved. It was very moving. I held it. Ooh, buddy. These guys are aggressive. Yeah, it forces you to start in first gear. Or it forces you to start in whatever gear the game decides you need to be in. But why? We all want to hold the bottom, but sometimes you just can't. It's a fact of life. Well, we're above the position we're supposed to be in, so it's all gravy from here. But I want some more gravy. I don't even really like gravy. White flag. Narrows up very quickly there. Push him up the track a little bit. Well, I think we can get... Oh! This might be a brilliant move, or it might have been terrible. I'm not sure. I think we'll hold this position. I thought we were going to get Wallace there, but not quite. 19th in a car that was really bad. Only murdered 1 driver on the field. It was ballsy, but it worked out-ish. Not displeased with that. Let's see what the rivalry situation is. I don't know if they will or not. William Byron wins the race. William Byron led every lap. Elliott Sadler on the move, starting 17th, finishing 2nd. Tyler Reddick, 3rd, 24th. Tough break. Bye, Pheonix. Till next time. Okay. Nice job on that top 22 finish today. We'll keep you in mind for a ride next season. I will accept that. Do we have any tweets? We gotta know the tweets. You can design your own car? You can, sort of. Alright, we're back to racing the trucks, and we're gonna be at Martinsville next week. It seems as though, because that was a hot seat race, our rivalry situation didn't change. Which is good, because we would have had a lot of new ones there. So that does it for this race in the NASCAR Heat 2 career. Thank you to those on YouTube for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you in the next one at Martinsville. And if you're watching on stream, we're getting ready to do another one.